Peace, 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 everyone. What it do? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original, for the bound to. Do this by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the wealth, with the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. I want to give all shout outs to all those that have been tuning in, all new subscribers. Your brother has hit the 14K. All of this would not be what it is if it wasn't for you, and of course, if it wasn't for the Father. So, round of applause for you guys and him as well. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Yes. Hey. I told you guys that I'll be giving you guys more of my time moving forward. But for those that don't know, you know, I, you know, the Father blessed me with another me. I'm gonna be, walking this earth doing the Father's will, both fathers, spiritual and physical. So I've been all over the place, but I put the schedule back to its proper perspective, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to bring forth this truth. I'm ready to literally guide us to this kingdom, man. So I came on today because shout out to the big bro for this revelation, providing me with this information, which is mind-boggling. And before I get into that, let me just paint the picture, set up the stage, right? So we all know that a lot of our biblical literature or understanding has come from people that had no business and giving us this understanding, because like Psalms 147 verse 19, he says that unto Jacob he has shown his laws, statutes, and commands. He didn't done so with any other nation, right? But these individuals took records, plagiarized a lot, interjected themselves to make them see as the chosen holy people, to make them be the overseer of our books, to make them be the pinnacle of when we would start to wake up, we would then think that everything that they're doing is holy according to the Father. But you're going to come to realize, like I've been saying, for those that have been tuning in and watching, that I've been saying for a long time, is you've been swindled. You've been lied to. You've been bamboozled. Doesn't matter the degree or the so-called religious stance you're in. I don't care if you're in Christianity, Islam, Hebrewism, whatever, even atheists. All of these people has been swindled by the very exact people that's been ruling this world for God knows how long, right? So I want to show you guys some information that came my way to show you guys and prove to you. For one, for those that don't know, and I was supposed to do a class on it, but I mean, at this point, it is go follow the Elder Newsgate, you know what I'm saying? Read Black Education TV, type that in on YouTube, follow the Elder, bring forth a lot of information. But when you look into the book of Japhet, you'll see the interjections and the plagiarism that took place by these people. You will notice that the book of Jasher, that Noah only had 2 children. And it was only him, his 2 children, and their wives and their mother that went into that ark. They interjected and added a 4th wheel. And when the flood was precise, when the doors finally opened, Ham was there. right? And when you look up the genealogy, matter of fact, let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. Okay. When you pull up the genealogy, let me share my screen. Right? When you pull up the genealogy, you will see verbatim, right? That these are the nations, these are the children of Noah, right? So Noah, we all know Noah had Japheth, Shem. Japheth is the oldest. Shem, this is why you see at verse 2, it goes to Japheth's lineage. See, but what you guys don't understand is these individuals, because they wanted to be firstborn of everything. They want to be firstborn when it comes to Japheth. They want to be firstborn when it comes to Jacob. They want to be they want it all. They want this work to mimic their life so it can justify the reasonings into why they are doing and allowed to do what they've been doing in this world for God knows how long. But what we as individuals know is, like I tell brothers and sisters, pay attention to the characteristics. If these brothers is portraying to be God's children, but your actions and your characteristics shows otherwise, you then got a question, right? So let me show you guys this, right? So you see, this is Japheth's children. This is what they telling you. Gomar, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, remember Tubal, Cain, right? This is what this is a lie. All of these people right here are your so-called Europeans, Asians, some Hispanics or Latin. This is the children. This is the bloodline. But what they did was they said this was Japheth, right? And this was Ham. I'm going to show you that this Japheth is the children. This is Japheth's children. Okay? Japheth's children is Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Canaan, which is, you remember they was feeding us. There was two Canaans. They got the Canaan in Africa, and then they got the Canaan in the northeast, in the Middle East, right? So we know this. If this is Canaan, and he's Ham, and Ham is in Africa, so then by default Canaan must be in Africa, right? We all can agree to this. Okay? But like I said, I'm about to feed you some food right now. About to feed you some food. Let me pull this up. Hold on. This was the synagogue. I want to show you guys something. Matter of fact, we'll come back to this. I want to show you guys the synagogue as well, to show you that, nope, we're not even going to do that. Let's go to translate. Okay? So this is Egypt. This is English into EC Closer. Did you guys just see that? Now I know you guys is like, what does that? That has nothing to do. Okay. Okay.
Japheth,
Did you hear that? Let me play it again for you.
Japheth,
You hear that? Let me play it one more time for you, because just in case you guys didn't hear that.
Japheth,
Japhet. Okay? See, we all know Egypt this is European. This is all European. See, what they didn't know was the father was gonna leave clues. So Japhet is Egypt. Why does the EC Closer know that Egyptians are Japhet? Why does the EC Closer people refer to the Egyptians as Japhet? Because we all know, everybody knows in the continent that Africa is the Holy Land. Everybody knows. Yes, it was colonized. Yes, a lot of people was forced into these so-called acceptance to these religions. Okay, Islam wasn't passed to us in a passive approach. It wasn't like, oh guys, look, man. No, it was given to us by force. Okay, Christianity as well. Religion was the head-on collision that destroyed our people. And we remain in a place of destruction and confusion, all because of religion. We all know what's in the Vatican. The Vatican has miles of documentations of our work. Miles of documentations of our work. So everything that you guys are witnessing and receiving right now, this is the Father's doing right now. This is the awakening before the destruction. We must know these things before he brings his wrath. The wind is being let loose. Bodies is dropping. People are dying. Children are being taken away. See, I'm putting it right before you. Okay? How does EC Closer? That means people in Southern Africa refer to Egyptians as Japhet. So they know that the Egyptians was Japhet. They know that the whole story that was told to us here in the West is a lie. And the reason, and I heard somebody say that people in Africa don't like us, they ain't come for us, they ain't do that. There's plenty of reasons why the Africans couldn't come for us. For one, they was being colonized, butchered, murdered, killed, Ebola, etc. That's for one. For two, the same way they depicted the image of Africa to us is the same way they depicted the image of Americans to Africans. See, Africa is a very cultural, holy, stand by rules and regulations, follow the ways of the Father and the land type of people. The images that they displayed to us, that the Africans were seeing about us, was we're killers, we're murderers, we gangsters, we drug dealers. They was never showing the people suffering and struggling. I mean, now with technology and the advance where you don't have to go to the library, you got all of this in the palm of your hand. Yeah, things is gonna look a little bit, reality based than the illusion. Just like I'm able to see Africa for its greatness, because I remember growing up as a young man, we was told, so you got my face, we was told that Africa was a bunch of people that was, dealing with unhumane conditions, flies running around. This is what we was fed. So we never had the urge to go back. Well, I'm going there when I'm living comfortably here. I don't want to go there. But that was a lie. Like they've been lying. See, brothers and sisters need to understand that the main objective is to get you physically, mentally, spiritually off that land so you can claim everything. They're literally holding your hands and telling you where to go. They said, listen, I'm taking you to 1948. That's where you belong. You are a Middle Eastern. You are a Middle Eastern where you can't find a single location of anywhere in the Middle East that's oversaturated with black people. You're not going to find that ever. Don't tell me we fled this, that. That's lies. That's lies. Look at us in America. Look at us in the Caribbeans. Look at us everywhere we go. We quadruplify. And these places where we go it's not being run by black people. People in Jamaica got to answer to the British. People in Haiti got to answer to the French. People in America got to answer to Israel. Got to answer to the president who's the European, who comes from that stock of Ham. Tubal Cain. So the reason why I did that, let me go back to this. Let me go back to. Right? So the sons of Japhet can be Gomar, can be Magog. This is Ham. So this is why we tell brothers, you have to take Japhet and replace it with Ham. These are Japhet's children. I just showed you. Cush, Mizraim, Put, Canaan, that's his children. These are this is Ham's children. Ham. And they always tell you where they're from. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Cities. Okay. This is, and when you see these places, England, Birmingham, Nuggenham, Oldham, Tittenham, Durham, Altrincham, Tottenham, right? What cities end in Ham? Let's see. Oh. Let's see more. Let's see more. And then we're going to see these locations. Okay? Look, over 85 areas with the word Ham in it. Majority of it is in UK, England, Ponenham, Taverham, Deeganham, Hexenham, Gilliganham, Hexenham again, Wrencham, Harrisham, Pelham, Afigaham, North Welsham, okay? Chetterham, Bucklingham, Corisham, Ryanham, Windham, Pelham, North Hykeham, West Wickham, okay? Amerisham, Wooderham, Rockingham, Durham, Milksham, Hursham, Graham, Betham, Kenyaham, Kenyasham, Windowsham, Horisham, Birmingham, Cottonham. Look, and look, we still going up. Windham, Dareham, Burnham on the sea, Seaham, Hellsham. And when you find out who's writing these stories, these Van der Velts and all of that, you'll see that majority of them come from there. See, they want to take away that land from us, because they know that's where the Father talks to us. They know that's where the Father dwells with us. They know that's where we connect. A lot of people that's in that land are waiting for the dispatchers, those that was sent away to come back to bring that land back to its full potential. That land has not yet healed. It's not going to heal until the children come back, like the word said it would. He will receive us in his land. That land is never going to be no 1948. Okay? We are not 1948-kins. Okay? Look at this. Look. Remember we migrated, when the settlers came from British, they came into Massachusetts. The first thing you see where they're naming them? Look at this. Hindsham, Warham. You see where they're going? Pelham. You see where they're going? We can't deny this no more. These are the children of Ham, paying homage to their father. These are the children of Ham. Ham is not your Africans. Your African people that's in Africa are the descendants of Shem and Japheth. They said, the word said, they shall be in the same tent. Wherever Shem is, Japheth is there. Wherever is Japheth, Shem is there. And they carry the same blood like our father Noah. And if these two brothers are black, then how did Ham get this pale face? How did he get there? Could it be that he's not from the seed of Noah? Read the book of Jasher. If you're thinking I'm lying, read the book of Jasher. Start off with chapter 5, go down to verse 17, and read the whole thing. Read 5. Read chapter 5, read chapter 6. You're going to see the introduction of Ham. You're going to see the introduction of Ham after the flood. But when you read the Bible, let's pull up the Bible. When you read the Bible, okay? Okay? 9 and 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father. You see how they make sure that they throw it off, right? Ham is the father of Canaan, right? Right? This is how they swingle you. This is why King James got the best writers. It's about swingling. It's about playing with your mind. So when you read it and you see Ham, they got to make sure they throw that out there. There was no reason for that to be mentioned here. So why they said Ham is the father of Cain and don't say nothing about nobody else? Why did it say Ham is the father of Cain? You know why? Because when you go to 10, why did they say Ham is the father of Cain, but they didn't say Japheth is the son of none of this? Why didn't they say Shem? Nothing. Why? It started off with let's go back. Let's go back. Noah's descendants. So it started off with this is Noah and his children. But first is Shem, then it's Ham, then it's Japheth. But they automatically, there was no reason for and Ham is the father of Canaan. See, this is how they throw you off. So now you're going to read this, those that's unlearned, or those that's gaining this literature and understanding from the very exact people who's not supposed to be giving us this understanding because they're nothing but liars and deceivers. King James got the best writers. Writers, the better the writer, the easier to deceive and cause confusion and deception. Come on now, we know this. King James allowed Azus to be implemented in the work. He proclaims himself to be a Hebrew Israelite, but he allowed the name Azus to be implemented inside the works. Somebody's not making sense. But yet we still gonna categorize this man as one of ours. When we need to realize that he is Ham. He's from the UK. He is of Ham of all Hams. He's exactly who he say he is. He is a Hebrew Israelite. The Hebrew Israelites, the Latins, and these Asians, or the Arabs, whatever you want to call them, are the ones that killed your big brother. Okay? He's telling you who he is. But we running around with lack of understanding. So then look, they throw that out there. I'm gonna teach you how to read these scripts, man. So they throw it out there, right? So this is the swingling right here, right? Then now it goes back to normal. Now, these are the 3 sons of Noah. Of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husband, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank wine and was drunk, right? And look, listen. Look how they painting the picture, right? There's only one people that was ever cursed. It was Cain and Ham. I'm gonna show you. And he drank the wine and was drunken and was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, again, right? Again, the father of Canaan. You see how they feeding you again? So now you seeing it this time, then you seeing it again. Like, wait, see? This is why they keep emphasizing him being the father of Cain. Saw the nakedness of his father and told his 2 brethren without, right? Now look, right? He seen his father naked and told his brothers without. So he didn't tell his brothers nothing, right? Who comes to the rescue? Noah's actual 2 children. Look, and Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. Right? Let's read. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. See? He didn't know nothing. This never happened. And he said, "Cursed be Canaan." So look, pay attention. How all of a sudden the father of Ham, how the father of Canaan not even born yet. But he's saying, "Cursed be Canaan." It's supposed to be "Cursed be Ham." See, but the father is giving you clues. Cain. See, they put this in here so you cannot see that the same curse that was with Cain is with Ham, but they said Canaan. Cain, and you just put an N, just like Abraham, just like Israel was changed from Jacob. Wake up. It's right in front of you. It is right in front of you. Right? And look what he says. And he said, "Blessed be the Father, the God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant." This is what they was feeding them. Remember, we was in the Christian church. This is what they was feeding us. See, they had to paint the lie and told you that Africa is a cursed land. It's the land of Ham. You not Ham. And then they throw "Blessed be Shem." So when you start waking up, you're like, man, I'm Shem. And Shem, Shem got whatever storylines that they told you. And a matter of fact, while we here, let's go to the lie. Let's go to the lie. I showed you guys this. Let's go to the lie. Let's go to the lie. Let's go to the lie. No, you know what? I want Google Earth. I want Google Earth, guys. Because Google Earth, get straight to the point. Let's go. Let's feed on to the lie. So here's somebody that's cursed, right? We going based on what the scripture has identified to us. Here's somebody that's cursed, and gets all of this. Now here's somebody that's blessed, and get all of this. And all of this is Japhet. All of this is Japhet. And these people are, my bad, these people are our relatives. You know, this is Esau. This is where Esau dwell. This is what they tell us. This is the stuff that I used to believe. Like, I used to teach this. Like all jokes aside, I really used to teach this. And when brothers from Africa be like, yo, man, you wrong. My first response is, man, you unlearned. That's our defense mechanism that we even set upon people that come from Africa. I told you I spoke to a guy in Africa. He said to me, you know, we talking. I asked him, yo, bro, you sound like you got an accent. Where you from? He says I forgot where he said he was from. I think he said he's from Nigeria or South Sudan. He said one of those two. So I said, word. I was like, yo, I want to go to Africa. He was like, you should. He was like, you coming to visit? It's a beautiful place. I was like, nah, I'm gonna come and live. He was like, yeah? I was like, yeah. He was like, hey, come. Then I said to him, had the whiz on the phone and everything. I said to him, you know Africa is the land of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. You know his reply is? You know what his reply was? He said, of course. I said, you know that? He said, of course. No, we didn't have no religious conversation. We didn't have no biblical dialect, nothing. Just having conversation about Africa, and that was his response. He said, of course. So I'm saying all of that to say this. I just showed you in the beginning. Egypt is Japhet. These people know. Everybody knows who they are. It's just us. Because we've been swindled and led astray by these religions. We have to let these things go, people. If you want the Father to work with you, you got to let these things go. If you want the Father to bring forth the truth, you have to let these things go. You have to step away from these churches. The church is Circe, it's a rest haven for demons. That's where the legions dwell. They rest there. That's why all craziness take place in the church. How will these spirits get in there if we supposed to be calling on the Lord? How? Because that's where they dwell. That's why they put churches in every single community. It's intentional, people. It's intentional. Because when you go in there and you try to pray and you try to give yourself up, when you go inside of these places, you give yourself up to the devil and his children. When you get on your knees, when the word said, bow, you shall not bow down, no, serve them. But when you get on your knees and you pray, when you open your hands up, you open your vessels, when you close your eyes, you're opening yourself up. They know the things that connects you with the Father. When you close your eyes, you open your hands. It's like you're telling your body, release. Allow me. That's why when you watch movies, you see them praying, they like this. When they summoning demons, they go, and then you get the little songs, them little, you don't even know that you're summoning spirits inside of you. These spirits come inside of you, overtake you, then you become blinded by the lights. You then get blinded by the lies, and then you get caught up in the confusion. So when people say certain things to you, if it sits with what you're being told within these satanic organizations, you're gonna be receptive to it. But when somebody goes against or be the opposite or oppose what you're being taught, you're then telling people you're not in the right spirit, or you going off, or my favorite, you bringing forth your own doctrine. And we all know the word doctrine was implemented within the scripts to justify or to minimize this awakening. So when brothers like myself, sisters that's doing the works and literally trying to wake people up, you're taking it in a sense of, nah, you're bringing forth lies. This is not true. He don't know what he's talking about. I just showed you. Egypt, we all know it's a Greek name. It's a Greek term. But when you put Egypt in the Isi Closer, it stands for Japhet. The whole world knows who they are. The whole world knows who we are. But that pride, this biblical pride, this is why I tell brothers and sisters, you're misunderstanding when the Father says meditate on his word day in, day out. He's meditate on the words and the rules and regulations he told Moses to give to you. That's what you're supposed to be meditating on. You guys are taking this word to read precepts so you can be top scholars and top teachers when you don't even see little things like that. When you don't even see how things was interjected, how things was plagiarized, how they took stuff from here, put things there, how they play with your psyche. These are top psychologists, people. They play with your psyche. They purposely made sure that they say Ham is the father of Cain, where there was no reason for that to even be there, but they put it there. And they automatically said, look, Cain is cursed. They didn't even say Ham. First, Ham was cursed. Ham did something, but because of Ham's action, Canaan is cursed. But they tell you Canaan. But when in reality, they were identifying themselves. The Father was showing you, like, this is who they are. Put the pieces together. Ham, Cain, they are the same. Don't fall for the genealogy in Genesis 10. Let me show you how they went off. So he sent it to me. Shout out to the big bro. He provided this to me. I couldn't hold on to this. I said, I got to come on and feed to the people. So when brothers and sisters try to feed you this foolish nonsense and tell you that a person that's cursed gets this whole land that's filled with resources, this continent alone takes care of every location. All of these countries right here benefits from this one land. All of these countries right here. Matter of fact, I'm lying. Every single country right here benefits off this land. The jewelry you wear comes from the place called Kimberly. Okay? Let me type that in. You see this? This is where they digging up all your gold, all your diamonds. This is just one area that got all of this. Your titaniums, your coal, everything. All these countries got their hands. Psalms 83 does not take place. Cancel this. Psalms 83 does not take place here. Does not take place here. Every nation funds this area. Psalms 83 does not take place here. Deuteronomy chapter 28 did not take place here. Don't listen to this nonsense. These places has always been striving, has always had land. When these people came back, they came back to a place where people's already there. These Arabs always been here. This used to be called Arab land. Some areas over here is forbidden for you to even bring Christianity and all that. Forbidden. I can show you maps, ancient maps that show this place as Arab land. So you telling me the blessed seed gets this little portion and Japhet gets all of this. This is Japhet. This is Japhet. This is Shem, and this is Ham. So Ham got all the best resources. Don't listen to the people that says, yo, this is the best land. This land is dirt. It is dirt. Nothing goes on over here but dirt. It's dirt. You can click on it. Taking it so long. Let's zoom in. You guys may think this is beautiful. It's dirt. Dirt. Father never dwelt in these areas. Dirt. Look, dirt. It doesn't even shine. Look, this is dirt. Dirt. A whole city where nobody looks like you. Dirt, people. Let me see if I can find Jordan. Because this is where, they say when we leave, when we flee America, we going into Jordan. We going into Jordan. This is where we going. Jordan, an Arab nation on the east bank of Jordan River. There's no Jordan River here. Where's the Jordan River? Where's the Jordan River? Where's the Jordan River? It says on the east bank. Where's the Jordan River? Where's the Jordan River? Let me show you. I'm gonna show you the Jordan River in South Africa. Let me show you the Jordan River. Look. Uh-oh. Why is it why is the Jordan River in Africa? Why is the Jordan River and you know they're not gonna give you the image. Oh, of course not. Of course not. But why is the Jordan River in Africa? Why is the Jordan River? Let me zoom in again so you guys can see it. That says Jordan River, guys. But this is how wicked these people are. They will never let you see it. They will never let you see it. They will never let you see it. And this river runs all through Africa. You can go you can find on Google. That's if they didn't take it down. But why is the Jordan River in Africa? Why is it in Africa? Come on now. Let's not be deceived no more. Now let me show you guys something. I'm gonna prove to you guys that our big brother ain't never could not have been in nobody's synagogue. I'm gonna show you. Oh no, I gotta get it from Google. I'm gonna show you. So you guys know.
Synagogue.
Okay? And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna show you how these people also word synagogue. They started off with SIN. They changed it to a Y to sin, so it could just throw people off. But you already know it's sin at God. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, sin at God. And before I even do that, let me show you some images. This is a synagogue. This is how the synagogues look like. Okay. Okay. And they're not even showing the right one. Oh, look, this is one. You see the Star of David? You see them? You see it? This is where all the top sorcerers and sorcery takes place. Okay? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the temple. I'm gonna show you the temple. But look, this is Greek. Sun. Synagogue. Together. Meeting. Old French. Late Latin. Synagogue. Again. Bring. Okay? So the Father will never allow his Son to be in a place that's mentioned for son. Look, it's all in your face. So when you hear, and he went inside the synagogues to teach, he never went in there. Never walked in that place. It's forbidden for him to walk in there. It will be of him committing an act of sin. That's why he kept saying, my Father don't dwell in a place that was made by the hands of man, See, you guys are not seeing this. You guys don't want to be awoken. You guys want to fall for this false narrative. Yes, the story of our big brother took place, but they also put a lot of interjections that justify their God, Jesus, Azus, Jesus, Zeus. That's why in the New Testament, you no longer are going to hear Jehovah or Jah or Yah. You're not going to hear that because they put it all together and said, just call it Jesus. So every time you pray and you say, oh, thank you, Jesus, you really saying, oh, thank you, Lucifer. Every time you get on your knees, you go inside of these churches and you get down on your knees and you say something like hallelujah. Or if you say it in Hebrew, you say ba Hashem, ba ha ha ha. You start talking like that. You're giving praise to Lucifer. Hebrew is his tongue. Remember they said Lucifer, he's male and female. So for the males, he speaks to them in Hebrew. For the women, he speaks to them in Latin. Latin is the tongue of lust. Latin is the tongue of lust. That's why when a shorty speaks Spanish or Latin to us, you know what you said, baby girl? I'm like, what? That sounds sexy, girl. It's the spirit of lust. It's a lust tongue. Hebrew is his authority. Hebrew is the language that he speaks to his minions. Hebrew is the tongue that he speaks to his minions. That's why you will never find a single black person that speaks fluent Hebrew. They would never allow you to speak that because you're not of his stock. You could say whatever you want. You could say, I don't know what I'm talking about. You can say I'm wilding. But I'm telling you, you only gonna know 5 goddamn words. You're gonna know Shalom, Shabbat, Ak, Salak, Khan. And all heathens have given you guys to call on. Oh, yeah, they gave it to you. Oh, yeah, they gave it to you. I have the Dead Sea Scrolls where it shows you that they said they wrote things so it could justify their stance and their beliefs. I wrote it. I highlighted it and all that. I said, you see? So when I see brothers fighting with me to justify the lies, when I see brothers arguing with me to justify Europeanism, I'm saying, yo, bro, like, what are you getting out of this, fam? Like in all reality, what are you getting out of this? Because no matter how much literature you know, no matter how much precepts and all of that you know, it's not going to help you get out of these curses. It's not going to help you get into a safe zone. It's not going to help you build a nation. It's not going to help you do nothing. All of that is going to be for naught. So you're going to gather all this information and you're going to die like all the other Hebrew Israelite teachers that died doing absolutely nothing. This is where we are. This is where we are. 2023, we got 15, 20, 30 different demographics of so-called congregations and organizations, and nobody can come together for one common cause. That one common cause is the fact that we are in enemy territory, and it's time for us to go back home. What's the plan? I want brothers and sisters to go speak to their head leaders and ask them, what's the plan? What's the plan if things was to shut down right now? What are we going to do? Because they did it already and none of you guys was prepared. And luckily they left the internet active. Luckily they left YouTube active so you guys can be in your household and still get this so-called God spell. Continue receiving this gospel, the sit still doctrine, and be relaxed, cool, calm, and collective. Then it's the sit still, then it's the flee doctrine. Then nobody don't know nothing. Nobody don't know nothing. But we are the people. We praying. You guys is keeping feast days all wrong. You keeping feast days according to what the Gentiles is telling you. We keeping the feast days according to the location of the Levant of 1948. You dying to be a 1948 kid. You really could sit here and look yourself in the mirror and believe for 1 second that you came from the Middle East. That you came from somewhere in the Middle East. Where your whole genealogy, these people know exactly. Even on your job application, it says Black/African American. It says Black African or African American. Or is it African American or African? But you guys talking about the Middle East. You guys really running around thinking that you know it all, but in reality, son, you guys don't know nothing. It comes a time in life where you gotta humble yourself. I was in your shoes. I had the same fire burning in me the way it's burning in you guys. But you're gonna come to realize that all that fire is only gonna is only gonna make you exhausted. Then you're gonna want to tap out. Then you're gonna want to contemplate going back into the world because you're realizing that everything that you're doing, something is just not right. But you fight yourself. You fight that inner you. You fight that spirit. You fight the Father's calling. You fight that the angel's telling you, nah, it's wrong. It's off. You fighting it. You're fighting it. I can put 15 videos up. I can show you, the elder can break down every location, which he's doing now. Praise the Father for that. Give you all of that. And you still gonna find a reason to hold on to this European lie. I can show you all the interjections within the New Testament. How all of these things was interjected. Prime example, synagogue. The son meeting. This is the son together meeting. Matter of fact, let me show this. Let me show this on Google Translate. I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay? Let me share my screen. You guys will unlearn. You see this? You see that right there?
Synagogue.
Sin at a God. Sin of God. Sin at God. A building or place of meeting, worship, and religious instructions in the Jewish faith. A congregation of Jews for the purpose of worship or religious studies. The Jewish religion as organized or typified in local congregations. Okay. Okay. An assembly of Jewish Christians in the early church. The reason what this Jewish Christians are the ones that murdered your big brother. Christianity became a full-fledged religion after they murdered your brother. And it was to show the world that we gonna murder and still have you guys worship and follow the same exact people that took his life away. Because the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican are the overseers of all religion on this earth. That's why when you see the religious summits, the first person that comes and everybody pay homage, he comes and everything shuts down, is the Pope. And that white Pope is just the front face. The true ruler is the black Pope. And they know that. The black Pope is who sits right beside Lucifer and sits down with all the one percenters. The one percenters don't answer to the white Pope. The white Pope answers to the slaves. The white Pope is for you. It's for us. The white Pope is the one that sits down and talks to you and tells you that God's this and God's that. That's him. But the one percenters, when they need permission and they want to do something and they need confirmation from Lucifer, they sit down at the table. If you guys watch the movie John Wick, when you hear them sitting at the high table, when you watch the movie John Wick, when he got to come back into the table, he got to go through a church. Remember, for John Wick 3, you know, the lady took the cross and put it on his back and said, "You's no longer a part of the table." And when he came back, he went into the church and asked, this is John Wick 4. You know what? Let me not spoil that. You watch it. But everything is simultaneously. They're giving you the story. You just not paying attention because you so caught up and are mesmerized by the shoot 'em up, bang, bang. You're not even seeing that they're showing you what they do. They're showing you who they are. They're showing you where their control lies and stems from. The control of this world started with the church. That's why the Father says, "Get out of her, my people." That's not just Babylon in itself. That's the organization. That's the church. That's all of that. Because all of that is satanic. Allah is a female deity. Get out of her. Church is named after Circe, who's female deities. Get out of her. You have to get out. You have to get out. If you really want this truth and you really want the Father to talk to you, you have to get out. You have to get out. You have to put your book down. Stop reading to learn precepts, to be able to dissect anybody that's bringing forth doctrine that doesn't suit what your teachings. No, it's time for you to go back to the basics. You need to fast. You need to pray. You need to meditate. You need to allow the Father to see that you're trustworthy for him to bring forth this truth. He came to me because he know I'm a humble servant. If it makes sense, and shout out to the brothers. The brothers didn't tell me, "Yo, this is what it is." The brother said, "Listen, when you ready, give me a call." See, that's what true teaching is about. I'm not here to force it down your throat. I'm here to just tell you, listen, man, you got to do your homework. Stop allowing these people to dictate what you're supposed to read, watch, and listen to. Don't listen to me. I'm just giving you bits and pieces. But we all got a work to do until we are set free in our land, praising the Father as one in one unity. We all got work to do. Nobody is exempt from this job. Nobody is exempt. But if you want to get a promotion, you got to first put that work in and show the Father you worthy of this promotion. You're not going to get a promotion if you calling on European fallen deities. You're not getting a promotion if you following the ways of the heathens. You're not getting no promotion. You're going to stay where you're at. You're going to stay where you're at. You're going to be highly upset. You're going to be mad at the world. And in reality, It's because of your prideful. It's because of that chest. It's because that you're not humble. You're not humbling yourself. You're not seeking the Father according to the Father. You're seeking whatever your handlers is telling you to seek. And all of these organizations are answering to some European power that's allowing these brothers to be successful, that's allowing these brothers to be on YouTube, that's allowing these people to get hundreds and thousands of followers, to do this, to continue feeding you the lie. That's why they could street preach and there'll be no repercussions behind that, because they know that you're feeding the lie. You upholding the lie. You running around, you saying Esau is the white man. You running around saying the Arabs are Ishmael. You running around. You're not going to be bothered when you're running around talking foolishness. People's going to love you. People's going to revere that. But when you really start bringing forth the truth, when you really start exposing these people for who they are, when you start looking at these people and say, nah, you from the seed of Cain, you are Ham's children. How did you know that? Minimize his views. Minimize this, minimize that. Let's do everything in our power to simmer down this traction, this energy, this truth, this awakening. But what these heathens don't realize is this is not my doing. Whether I'm here or not, I can stop today and say I'm going back to just being me, just taking care of my family. Somebody's gonna take up the father's gonna be like, all right, you don't want to do it, Junes? I respect it. Go take a seat. Hey, you, come over here. Come sit right here. Talk your talk. See, the father chose me because he knows that there's no compromising with me. I'm not going to change my speech. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to talk to you regular. I'm going to talk to you the same way I'm talking now is the same way you're going to find me talking outside. It's going to have some flavor. It's going to have a little bit of swagger. It's going to have a little bit of gangster. It's going to have a little bit of everything, because that's how I'm going to talk to you, because that's how I know the Father going to talk to me. He might just talk to me easy closer. I mean, he did write it on the wall, Daniel 5, verse 25. Our big brother did say it in Matthew 27, verse 46. Rachel did name her son an easy closer name, Benjonai. But they told you, he instantly changed it to Benjamin. Come on now. Mount Sinai, come on now. Jordan River, South Africa, come on now. Mambri, South Africa, all the way at the bottom. Come on now. Come on now. Egypt, from English to easy closer, is Japhet. Come on now. What are we doing? Israel, 1948. I got the documentations. I'm not going to read it because I've read it before. Go look up into the old videos and you'll see. Come on now. Come on now. No Hebrew spoken in Africa at all. No trace of it whatsoever. Matter of fact, let me see if I got this. Let me see if I got this. Hold on. Let me see if I got this. Hold on. Look at this. Look at, these are the languages that's spoken in the land. Look. 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 They got Spanish before they got Hebrew. Look. French. Swahili. Wait. Why I can't find a single jot of Hebrew? So if we came from here, then we migrated here, then why is English, French, France? Look. Look. Come on. See what this is. No, it's this one. Come on. Come on. So if we left here and we went here to Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, right? If we went to these areas, right? So then Hebrew should be here. English is speaking, they speaking English and Swahili here. Tanzania is speaking Swahili. What's going on? Somebody's not telling us the truth. So what's going on? The problem is that we've been led astray, we've been swindled, and we're not paying attention. Come on. Let me show you this map. Let me show you this again. Let me show you this again. Come on. So if we left these areas and we came to these areas, Ethiopia, Kenya, right? And we came here, right? Then when I left here, hold on, if we came here with all of this, but majority of us was found here. Look, you see English? Look, English, everywhere we was at. But no Hebrew came along with that. Why is that? The reason why is because these people is lying to you. We have to get to the point where we wake up and say, all right, this don't make sense. All right, yo, these dudes is lying. Now I really gotta start doing my own homework. I really gotta start putting the pieces together. Start off with the book of Joshua. Joshua was the confirmation for me. Listen, let me tell you something about these people. If these people, and I'm talking about your teachers, if they could have got rid of the book of Joshua, if they could have got rid of it, had children, and Cain wasn't mentioned. But when you read when the Father created Adam and Adam had children, remember he said the Father created Adam, he created a Cain and Abel. Never. Adam never created Cain. Cain is not from the seed of Adam. He had Abel. The reason why you don't see him in the New Testament because he was murdered. He didn't get a chance to flourish. He didn't get a chance to bring forth children. He was murdered. By who? How? Who taught Cain how to kill? Who taught him how to take up a weapon and use it with a death blow? Who taught him that? And this is the conversation that I say to all these so-called Hebrew Israelites, top scholars that got their mind, they got all the books in the world. I'm sure you guys read the book of Enoch, right? When the angels fell down and they taught man weaponry, this. So they taught Cain. How did they teach Cain? How did Lucifer get to Eve, then also get to Cain? How? Because Adam didn't teach him how to kill. There was no blood. There was no bloodshed on the earth. The first bloodshed came from Cain. We wasn't eating animals. Read the testimony. Read the book of Adam and Eve. We was eating the fruits, unlimited amount of fruits. You know what I'm saying? We was over here chilling with the animals. Remember, he named them. They all came and worshiped him. He had dominion over all animals on the earth. So why would he kill them to eat? The first murder and the first murderer that shed the innocent blood was Cain. And then he was killing and he was wearing the animals' clothes on his back. This is where they get the wolves and this and all that. Come on now. Come on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? You can't stop this truth, man. He that got eyes to see, let him see, ears to hear, let him hear. Y'all can't stop this truth. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you can't stop it. I wish, or should I say you guys wish that this wasn't what it was or what it is, but this is what it is. Us coming into this so-called Hebrew Israelite religion was the pretext to us coming back to the Father. It was the pretext for us realizing that we're supposed to be keeping these laws. But it doesn't stop there. Still got to educate, still got to build, still got to put the pieces together. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of deception has been taking place right before us. A lot of it. It's a lot of it. And there's a lot of brothers that's holding on to this lie. And all you doing is deceiving yourself. And if you got children, you're deceiving them. You're sacrificing your children unto Moloch, and you don't even know that. And I let it be the Father's will that he waken you guys up and bring you back to the fold. Because like I said before, there's a lot of you guys that genuinely want to do and serve the Father, but you're doing it wrong. And it's not about what I'm saying. It's not about what the other is saying. It's what you're not seeing. You got to read. When I read and I get cities, I write it down. And I go look it up. When you see a lot of name changes, a lot of people change it. They put vowels in there. They create these things to throw us off. But we not being thrown no more. That's it. I'm gonna leave it as that, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you guys got to do your homework and do your studies, man. All right? No questions today? That's cool. Yeah, tune in for the December conversation, man. December conversation. This is where, I come on. This December is gonna be the lesson is gonna be, the characteristics. What's the characteristics of a virtuous royal woman? The characteristics of a virtuous royal woman. A lot of us, especially the sisters here in the Western world, are being attacked, are being fed lies, teaching our daughters, our women to have multiple partners or don't need a man, and you could do things like all of these things need to come to an end because it's starting to destroy our community. We got to put an end to the feminist movement. We got to put an end to the single parent households. We got to put an end to disobedience. We got to put an end to our sisters thinking that they are entitled to talk crazy to a man. Like, we got to put an end to that. It's over for that. We have to put an end to that. It's ineffective. It is not going to work. And if you choose to step away from it for whatever reason it may be, you're going to suffer. And it's sad that women has to go through certain situations to realize that this is not the way life goes. We got to get right. So tune in for the December conversation. It's going to be an in-depth one. Hopefully don't be 3 hours like before. But, when the Father's working, he's working. Continue supporting Repent or Die podcast. Got a brand new episode titled, Why Are We Idolizing and Glorifying Demolition Men? Yes, demolition men are the people whose main purpose is to destroy the community. Why are we glorifying them? Tune in. But I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all stay humble out here. You stay G'd up from the feet up. You know how it is, man. It's your brother, man. Oh, yeah. My bad. I am Mr. Keep My Foot on you heathens, you he-grows, and the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One.